Is Khabib set to take on GSP? Justin Gaethje blames Dana White for the state of the UFC lightweight division, and Charles Oliveira turned down a fight with Michael Chandler. All this and more in today's MMA Report. According to Khabib, it was his father's dream for him to go 30-0 and defeat the legendary GSP before retiring. And recently, Khabib's manager Ali Abdelaziz on Twitter said Khabib in the works versus GSP is completely true. Though Ali then deleted this and instead wrote Khabib versus GSP, the rumor is completely false, which could be the result of the UFC telling Ali to remove the post as the two sides negotiate. Furthermore, St. Pierre's good friend and former teammate Kenny Florian spoke on the Anakin Florian podcast, claiming he's been hearing GSP is getting prepared to take on Khabib, saying over the weekend, "I heard from a well-known coach who apparently is aware of a fight between Khabib and St. Pierre. I don't know if it's confirmed, but it's a fight St. Pierre might be getting ready for. I don't think he would be getting ready or telling people he's getting ready for a big fight unless it was happening. The only fight Khabib would come back for is a legend, a guy who did many of the things he did, and you could bill it as a fight between two of the biggest takedown monsters in UFC." Former UFC interim lightweight champion Justin Gaethje lost to Khabib via second-round submission back at UFC 254. After the bout in the post-fight interview, Khabib retired. However, 3 months later, UFC President Dana White has not stripped Khabib of the lightweight title. Gaethje thinks it's White's fault that the lightweight division is in the state it is, saying this to MMA Junkie. The reason this is happening with Poirier is because Dana he screwed Tony Ferguson and Dustin. He said, "Forget you guys, I'm going to take Chandler, and he's going to be the backup for this title fight." That'll happen 3 or 4 months ago. We are human, have principles, and that's what that is. That's why Poirier is saying he won't fight Chandler. Well, I would assume. I don't talk to the guy. When Dana did that, he did not just dump on Poirier and Ferguson, but every fighter that does it right and wants integrity to the sport, and that's why Poirier is talking like he is. You wouldn't be wrong to put Oliveria and Poirier in there. Nobody can argue against that. I want Poirier. I'm number 2. The bad thing is the UFC is much more likely to put Poirier and McGregor in there before they put me and Poirier in there. I hope they do Oliveira Poirier. With Michael Chandler coming off an impressive TKO victory over Dan Hooker in his debut bout for the UFC, many were shocked when Chandler reported this week that he had gotten a call from the UFC to fight another lightweight contender for UFC 258. Well, according to Oliveira's coach Diego Lima, he confirmed the opponent was Oliveira, and speaking with SureDog.com, gave his reasons as to why they decided to turn down the fight. Chandler had never been so close to the belt, and it's important to note that he worked hard for that. The fans and even Poirier recognize that. Today is February 1st, it makes no sense for us to accept a title eliminator for 11 days from now. Charles needs time to lose weight. We lose about 2 days with visa stuff, and of course we need to prepare for the fight itself. Our goal was to fight for the belt against Poirier, but if Poirier will not fight for the belt and the UFC wants to make the Chandler fight for the belt, no problem.
It's a dream.
UFC lightweight contender Justin Gaethje spoke with MMA Junkie, saying while he's intrigued by a matchup with Nate Diaz, he doesn't care who he fights next. "I'm no fool, he's one of the top 3 biggest stars in the sport even though he hasn't fought in a long time. And in the position I'm in, I need a win. It could be Nate Diaz, it could be RDA, it could be Oliveira, it could be Chandler, it could be McGregor." Earlier this week, Stephen A. Smith joined Larry Wilmore on the Black on Air podcast and was asked about seeing more women holding positions in sports. While the outspoken Smith praised the San Antonio Spurs assistant coach Becky Hammon, he had a different opinion when it came to women in the octagon. "When I think about pugilistic sports, I don't like to see women involved in that. I just don't like it. I wouldn't promote legislating laws to prohibit them from doing so, but I don't want to see women punching each other in the face or fighting in the octagon."